And we are very feeling very honored and privileged to hear from you, sir. And before starting this session, I would like to brief his academic and administrative journey. So I'm introducing Professor Parvinder Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Rayat Bahra University, Chandigarh, and CEO, Executive Director, Federation of Education, Leadership and Administration. Sir belongs to science field. He is MSc, MPhil in Chemistry, LLB, and PhD from Punjab University. Sir worked in PG Government College, Chandigarh. He served for last 22 years, and he also headed the Department of Faculty of Science, and not only in the academic, he served from 2013 to 2020 as a controller of examination in a very reputed position in the Punjab University, because all knows that controller of examination is a very important position in any system. And from 2020, he started serving as a capacity of Vice Chancellor of Rayat Bahra University, Chandigarh. Sir is life member of Teaching Education Research Association of USA and North America Education Institute as well. Sir is a recipient of Chandigarh Ratan Award, and he is also served as a academic council member and board of studies member in Faculty of Science, Punjab University. Sir, we welcome you in this virtual platform, and our faculty members are going to have your words of wisdom towards. Sir, first thing I would like to ask that your journey from academic to administration. So I can see that you served as a teaching faculty, then you shifted to administrative post. So please brief us this kind of transaction, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me pay my gratitude to all of you for giving me this opportunity to interact with the colleagues from the education fraternity. And I am really honored that I will be on the platform which you are having Chay Charcha on every Friday. So you have given me this honor. Thanks to Dr. Enquar and your Vice Chancellor and your team of this university. I think any teacher can be a good administrator with the vibrant experience in your pocket and with your exposure to the society. A teacher understands what is the exact education administration. So being in the core teaching of the graduate and a postgraduate student for more than 30 years, it is always cherishing desire of every teacher to rise in your life. So I think that was one of the challenge. Examination always had been my passion and I used to conduct the national examination, state examination, competitive examination, university examination. Maybe it was destined for me to be the controller of my alma mater, Punjab University, where I did my all education, graduation, post-graduation, MPhil, PhD, law, everything. So whenever I used to be in the university for some board of study meeting, academic council, I will always find some gray area, that was the examination. So maybe God gave me that opportunity that let us contribute. In my span of 8 or 9 years, I could develop a few applications, make the system more student-centric, approachable, accessible, transparent, because we had more than 3 lakh students in 200 affiliated colleges spread from Chandigarh to a border area of the Punjab state. So that gave me one challenge, and I am satisfied that I could come to the expectation of my colleagues, students, policymaker, administrator, governing body sector. So in 2020, after the online examination, I got this opportunity to join a university which is near to Chandigarh. So here again, there is another challenge to be the administrator. Once you are working under vice chancellor, now you are a vice chancellor, and then how the other university they are doing, how the private sector is coming up. Unfortunately, we got the NEP, but unfortunate part was when I joined the university, the COVID-19 was going on. So all decisions were to be taken by the head of the institution, that is the vice chancellor. And because this pandemic was all over the world, students were in the panic state, and swift results were required. Integration of the syllabus, the blended mode, everything was a new concept to the administrator, to the vice chancellor, to the deans and registrar, etc., etc. So that was a big challenge, and so there was some management imperatives required for the COVID-19. So I think this is how my journey began and how I'm carrying on my journey to the another destination. So thank you very much. So I'm very happy that Chai पे चर्चा is a very amazing term जो आपने शुरू किया हुआ है.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
जो चाय पे चर्चा होती है वो दिल से चर्चा होती है. तो I think it's a
Sir.
more informal than the formal. I'm very thankful to all of you.
Yes, sir. Sir, we also would like to know that what are the challenges you faced in your academic career, because you served 22 years. It is a huge time. Means your 70% means career belongs to academics. So what was your research area, and how means what is your PhD area? I want to search. I searched your profile in Google Scholar and different platforms, but your area is a bit it's not revealed from any platform. So please enlighten that area, sir.
It was very surprising for me to see my different photograph, which I have never seen. Now I came to know that you went to the Google, and I always try to conceive my biodata. I never send my resume and biodata to any platform or to any host, because I am a teacher and teacher should remain be teacher and a learner throughout the life. That had been my underlying principle. So once teachers start doing the publicity, I think there won't be much difference between a teacher and a politician. So whatever we all are, we should be a teacher and learner. That is why I don't boast for my achievements and for my, because these are the routines. So replying to your query, I have worked on a very important topic of my PhD, that is ultrasonic velocity of the copper complex, because my specialization is organic chemistry. And I got the opportunity to work in University of Western Australia for my PhD and University of California, Santa Barbara, USA. And during my research, I had opportunity to visit many overseas universities: Florence University of Italy, Murdoch University, Australia, University of Windsor, Canada, Boston University, USA, and then many more. So that gave me exposure at what is happening in your field. And I could write some books thereafter, some very good research paper. Teaching and research had been my core passion. So, but since you have to move from one level to the second, even as a vice chancellor, I am very much concerned with the qualitative research, not the number game of publication of the papers just to satisfy your APA score. And your research must lead to some patents, some innovation, some startup, some skills. That is important. As a researcher, we must think of the good quality of the research in our country, particularly in these three transitions of the generations. Earlier, we had the industrial revolution where everyone was concerned with the roti, kapda and makan. And then there came the another generation came with the beginning of 21st century. That was the technological revolution where we depended on the technology. Now, Dr. Kumar, time has come. We need not to search for the technology. Technology is available on our mobile phone. So we called it as a digital revolution. So three generation starting from 90, entering into 21st, and in the first 2 decades are over. So one can see there is a big change in the societal needs. So this has also been the highlighting point of our NEP, which has come after 34, 35 years. So I think things will move in some other exponential ways, rather the roti kapda gone. Now you don't need the basic requirements. They are always there. So we need not to find out the way of your bread and butter. Now we are focused on the quality of life. So
Correct, sir.
survival is not up now. The my grandfather will not leave job. My father will think now I don't think to leave. This is happening in our society because there are so many opportunities. You need the better life. You need the prosperity. You need the growth. So you can move from one to. So this is the change of the. There is a change in the generation from one to two, two to three, from past to present, present to future. So challenge is always there. Every day is a new challenge. So I think the wiser is you become more and more wiser with more and more the challenges which are being combated by you, right?
Sir, sir, as a vice chancellor, you joined Rayat Bahra University. I could see that that is a beautiful campus in YouTube channels and very vibrant campus. And also, I heard from you that in the pandemic, that there is a situation where it is very difficult to manage the situations. Now the things are okay. And sir, what is your priority for your university in your tenure of your vice chancellor, sir?
Uh, you see, every vice chancellor or every promoter or chancellor also, they have the intrinsic desire that their university should be on the top. And all universities, they are recognized, they are known for their uniqueness. So our university, which falls in the periphery of the Chandigarh, our challenges are different. But in my university, we are focused on the healthcare education, research, management courses, and the uh, another allied medical courses. That is the strength of the Rayat Bahra. As you said about the campus is very lively, very vibrant. We have got the best Swachh Bharat campus of the northern region of Punjab. So we have the international students. We are having students from more than 15 states, and it's a multidisciplinary university. Engineering, technology, management, medical, paramedical, dentistry, nursing, uh, law, social sciences, agriculture. So you name anything, so we are having. My priority, Dr. Kumar, is to have the academia industry linkage so that the student should not wait for the employment, but they should have their own startup. They should not be the job seeker, but they should be the job provider. And in last 2 year, 1.5 year, we have devised the curriculum, syllabus, or the study structure in such a way that there is a direct linkage with the industry. Even if we have to go for the boot camping training, it is the initial stage. Probably we will gear up with the speed and the momentum to catch up the industry also. Hotel management, tourism is one of the new vertical of our university. So we are also targeting more and more students quality from the airline tourism management. So this is the strength of the Rayat Bahra University, right?
Sir, from my side, one last question. So last 2 years, students are very much relaxed about their examination and everything because they are getting lots of benefits out of this pandemic situation. So how you see these things towards their career perspective, and what are the message you want to give who faculties who are facing tough time in teaching because so many private institutions cut down their salaries and so many people are lost their jobs also. So in that direction we would like to have your words, sir.
Dr. Par, I think this pandemic, this disaster has taught us many things. We never thought of online teaching, online examination, blended mode. So from chalk and chalk and board to online, there is so much change, and our colleagues, our teachers, more or less they have accepted, and they have retuned their mindset, whether it is a primary education or it is a secondary or in the university exam system. Change has taken place, but only thing is the challenge which has come. Uh, this has affected the outcome of our students, which is very serious threat. The practical skills or the knowledge which a classroom teaching can give, probably that is missing, and it may take some time to cover up this gap. Definitely, the applicability and the employability of the technology, this has taken the place of the classroom face-to-face teaching. Uh, for the time to come, this digital technology will be indispensable for the curriculum, for teaching, for research, and for everything. We need to think of the different frontiers now. We cannot confine to our conventional teaching method, conventional syllabus. So now it is a globalization. It is the internationalization of the education. I can study any course which is available in the Harvard or in Stanford or in Oxford. Otherwise, I had to spend lot of dollars and the money and the time. But now I can afford. All my colleagues, they can pursue their higher education, higher degree. They can update themselves. And similarly, it is happening to the students also. If they are studying one course, they are allowed to have the second course online also. MOOCs are there, SWAYAMs are there, e-Pathshala is there. So many things are developed by our government, by our state governments, by our administrators, policymakers also. So we should see the brighter side of the day, that if pandemic has given the distraction, it has given some mileage also. Otherwise, we were lagging behind this globe in the higher education. But now we have to speed up ourselves. We are in the race. We are doing. Uh, the enrollment must have gone up. If you see the comfort of the student, this is a temporary. Dr. Kumar, this is temporary. They will understand. If they have to compete globally, they have the competency and the skills of that level. So any university which can give the edge over other university or other institution, they will be having the survival in the years to come. You cannot afford teaching without IT-enabled classrooms, digital classrooms, and same is for your practicals and same is for your projects, online projects, everything. And I think the digital leadership is the need of our, not only the teacher. So the teacher training component and the human resource training, that should be by the digital leadership. So I am the user of the technology. I am not on the driving seat of the technology. I am interacting with you through someone, but we need the leaders who can devise a tool also. So societal division has taken place, urban versus rural, but I think government is taking a call on this thing. Things will improve. Things will certainly give the better results for the next generation.
Sir, it is wonderful to hear from you about this whole scenario. And we belongs to a tribal region of Chhattisgarh, and this is a place called Kosmi Nawapara. So definitely, if possible, we already have discussing with you from this virtual platform, and this is also the blessing of this pandemic. And we also must focus on the positive part of the pandemic. Our Vice Chancellor, sir, is with us, sir, Dr. Anand Mehlwar, sir. So I request our Vice Chancellor, sir, to have a word with sir. Please, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Namaskar, sir.
Thank you, Professor Parvinder, sir, for accepting our invitation in a short span of time and giving your precious time with us and sharing your words of wisdom. It's means honor to have words like a leader from a renowned institution and having a sound academic qualification. Sir, we heard that you completed your all academic career in a different institutions. You have faced 3 lakh, managed 3 lakh students successfully. You have, you are witness of revolution. You are witness of revolution of generations. You also shared your priorities like academic, industry linkage, like that. Also, we heard from your side that Rayat Bahra University is doing very well in the field of academics. So, sir, I just through this virtual platform welcome you to, after completion of this pandemic, just visit our institution for better academic interaction or for the growth of academic fraternity. With these words, I would like to thank you on behalf of myself and on behalf of ISBM University for sharing your words of wisdom with us and spending your time with us, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Saab. I am honored that for extending invitation. I think even the NEP, it is not the university should not be knowledge generation. It should be knowledge sharing also. So all
Yes,
the
sir.
universities, we must share something, some good practice, some best practice. Whatever good I have, I should give it to you. Whatever good you are delivering in your region. So I think that will be the appreciable step. So
Yes.
we all should work together for the betterment of the tertiary education, that the university education. And a leader like you, vice chancellor, they can take lead in this area. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank
we
you very
have
much.
a very young brigade of faculty, sir, with us. So
Right.
if anybody wants to ask any question, they can ask. This forum is open for discussion. Any faculty, please unmute yourself and start asking. Only one question will take. Yeah, please.
Hello,
Please
sir.
unmute. Yes, sir. Please.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Yugal Kishore Rajput, Assistant Professor, ISBM University. सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि अभी इस पेंडेमिक कंडीशन में मोस्टली स्टूडेंट को जैसे लाइक दैट आपका फार्मास्यूटिकल केमिस्ट्री या केमिस्ट्री सब्जेक्ट में टीचिंग करने में थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट होता है, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी सब्जेक्ट में स्टूडेंट अंडरस्टैंड होने में थोड़ा सा टाइम लेते हैं, तो उसको कैसे हम लोग इजी वे में उसको टीच कर सके जिससे स्टूडेंट इजीली अंडरस्टैंड हो जाए या जो टॉपिक हम पढ़ा रहे हैं वो अच्छे से वो समझ जाए। ऑनलाइन मोड में अभी क्लास चल रही है सर, उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा जानकारी।
डॉक्टर साहब, आपका क्वेश्चन काबिल तारीफ है, मैं इस चीज़ का विटनेस हूँ। मैंने इस बार ऑनलाइन केमिस्ट्री की स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी पढ़ाई है। आई यूज्ड टू टीच इन माय क्लास in BSc MSc, but when I taught on online, it was very satisfying. In a way, I could prepare very good presentations. I could tell them, and thereafter I will ask them, we should have interaction. They will come prepared. I gave them assignment. I asked them to solve the problem. So I got very good results. So I have tried myself online teaching organic chemistry, spectroscopy, mass spectroscopy, UV spectroscopy, NMR also. So these are the core areas of my subject. So I could find a very satisfying result. Only thing is we need to do the practice. Earlier, if teacher prepare a lecture for 1 hour or half an hour or 45 minutes, this will continue for year to year. With these tools, they are very safe. They are very technological savvy, and students, they like them. If you see the YouTube yourself, hundreds and thousands of the topics they are uploading, and they're very easy to understand. Many of the topics they are taught by the IIT student, IIT teachers also. I cannot enter to IIT because it's not my area, but I can access to the topic taught by IIT professor. The dream has come a reality now. That is why in the UGC mandate 30 or 40% components should be digitally designed. So even if this pandemic is over, we need to adopt this technology. We must learn ourselves. That will be the best approach. So being as teacher, I think I will appreciate if all of us, we start working on this digital technology, e-content, digi content, whatever the platform is available. So that is required, sir. The difficulty is in the initial stage, but slowly we will design our curriculum in such a way that these all hurdles or all obstacles, ये सारी की सारी अपने आप दूर होती जाएंगी.
Sir, one last question, Dr. Poonam Verma, madam wants to ask. Madam, please unmute yourself and ask.
Namaskar, sir. I, Dr. Poonam Verma, and sir, I want to know, please give us some suggestion, and our in a young generation, what have been to able to increase our ability in a balanced way. We perform our research, we perform our teaching as well as in administration field.
Dr. Poonam, teacher is that community. To me, after teaching for 30 years and then administration for more than 10 years, I think teacher is that social creature of the God who can do anything, anytime, everywhere. This is only profession which is acceptable all over the globe. You may go to the USA, teacher will always be teacher. Teacher is always respectable. So teacher should not think. Teacher is the best creature who can manage the time, how much time for the research, how much time for the teaching, and how much time for the administration. When you are a good teacher, you are a good researcher, you can be good researcher. Good researcher, good teacher, they mold as a good administrator also. When you are administrator, then the research little bit gets on the back street. But your perception, your image, your personality is developed in such a way that they will say that this vice chancellor, this head of the department, he had been a very popular teacher. So your recognition is not as vice chancellor or as a dean, but as a good teacher. We still call Dr. Radhakrishnan the best teacher. We still say Dr. Manmohan Singh is a very good teacher. Dr. Abdul Kalam is very good. उनका प्रेसिडेंट प्राइम मिनिस्टर बाद में आते, पहले उनको हम एज ए टीचर जानते हैं. तो हमारी अवर आइडेंटिटी एट द मोमेंट एटलीस्ट फॉर 25 years शुड बी द परफेक्ट एंड द परफेक्ट टीचर, illustrious teacher, loyal teacher, popular teacher. So other things will God will give you, because you are the second to the God. God will give you the blessing. Not worry.
सर ने बहुत अच्छे से अपनी बात
Thank you
रखी
very
और
much, sir.
मुझे लगता है कि आपको अपने क्वेश्चन का आंसर मिल गया होगा डॉक्टर पूनम, और हमको अच्छे से
Yes,
टीचिंग
sir.
फ्रेटर्निटी को आगे बढ़ाना है मिलके. और सर का एक्सपीरियंस आप देख सकते हो कि सर ने एकेडमिक्स में अच्छा किया, देन कंट्रोलर ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी, मतलब आप समझ सकते हो कितना बड़ा जिम्मेदारी उन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से मेंटेन किया, और आज एकेडमिक्स के सबसे बड़े पोजीशन पे सर आज हैं. तो मुझे लगता है कि इससे बड़ा रोल मॉडल टीचिंग फ्रेटर्निटी के लिए और कोई हो पाना बहुत संभव सी बात है. सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर वर्ड्स ऑफ विजडम एंड वी डिलाइटेड विथ योर वर्ड्स सर. डेफिनेटली वी विल टेक योर वर्ड्स एंड डेफिनेटली विल अडॉप्ट दिस थिंग्स इन आवर डेली रूटीन. एंड मैं सभी फैकल्टीज को बोलूँगा कि ये सभी जो चीज़ें जो सर के इंस्पिरेशन से हमको भी मिल रही है, उसको हम अपने अंदर डालें और एक तरीके से हम इसको आगे जो है कंटिन्यू करें. सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर वंडरफुल डिस्कशन सर. सर, विथ योर ड्यू परमिशन वी आर एंडिंग दिस मीटिंग सर. यस,
थैंक यू डॉक्टर कुमार. मेरी एक छोटी सजेशन है. आपने बहुत अच्छा नाम रखा, चाय पे चर्चा.
जी सर.
तो मेरे को लगता है हाथ में चाय की प्याली जरूर होनी चाहिए.
सर
थैंक यू वेरी मच.
डेफिनेटली सर. सर, थैंक यू सर.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.